Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Polar Station. I'm feeling cold. Just thinking about the polar habitat. I'm so chilly because it's so chilly there. Put that down. Make sure your hands are free and that we're paying attention to the iPad right now with our eyes watching the screen so that we know what we're ready to do. We have the polar habitat. Miss Kay knows someone who lives in the South Pole in Antarctica. What's his name? Do you remember? Is it Alexander? Who had that right? Very good job. The polar habitats are the coldest places on Earth. They are located in the far south and the far north of the Earth. The polar habitats are made up of two regions, Arctic and Antarctica. Label the Arctic and Antarctica on the Earth. Here's the Arctic up north and Antarctica down south. It's cold all year long, and it's also called the tundra. The land is frozen, and there are no trees, but there are a few plants that are able to grow close to the ground. Draw the Arctic on the Earth. Ooh, she's got some fabulous steps made of ice, and some little bits of brown and green plants that are growing. It's not much going on in the tundra, is there? Not at all. Many of the Arctic animals have thick fur. Fur is like hair all over your body. That changes from darker colors in the summer to lighter colors in the winter. The Arctic hare, fox, ermine, and polar bear are examples of these types of animals. Draw some animals that live in the Arctic. We have a beautiful Arctic fox and a polar bear. He's practically like hidden. He's got camouflage. His fur matches the environment around him, so he blends into his habitat. Some people live in the Arctic habitat. The Inuit are a group of people who live in the Arctic. They built round houses made from blocks of snow called igloos. We've seen these before in the winter with Mr. Morris's class. People actually live in them in the Arctic. Draw some people and igloos in the Arctic, please. Weird. I wonder what that is. Antarctica, is a continent located at the southernmost, the bottom point of the Earth. It is a land surrounded by water. The land is covered by a thick layer of ice. Draw Antarctica on the Earth. Wow. But all that's just a circle of ice. I wouldn't want to live in Antarctica. The animals that live in Antarctica have a thick layer of fat called blubber that helps them survive in the freezing cold water. Whales, seals, and penguins all have blubber to keep them warm. Draw some animals that live in Antarctica. Icebergs can be found in the waters of Antarctica. An iceberg is a huge chunk of ice that is broken off a glacier, a bigger chunk of ice, and floats into the ocean like Titanic hits an iceberg and sinks. Draw some icebergs in the ocean. Now that we've read about polar habitat, you need to get your own polar habitat paper, put your name on it, and continue to fill out the instructions in the sheet. If and when you finish, please look at the polar habitat pictures, and you can even do the word unscrambled. Have a good time learning about the freezing cold poles. Love you, bye.